The wind has certainly died right off.
So light winds at best here in Shanghai as we get set for the women's bronze medal match before a sellout crowd, standing room only. In fact, they're sitting in the aisles up in the stands. Great to see this turnout for archery here in Shanghai. And representing Korea, Joo Hyun-Jung. Ms. Joo won her quarterfinal match against Woo Hsian-hung, then dropped a 7-3 decision to Deepika Kumari. And that put her into this bronze medal match. So far this season, she's 3-1. And in head-to-head competition with Tan Ya-Ting, she is 1-0. And now from Chinese Taipei, the 6th-seeded Tan Ya-Ting, who won a gold medal this morning in the women's team competition. She is also 3-1 on the season, and actually I need to correct myself. Tan Ya-Ting trails in head-to-head match play against Joo Hyun-Jung, has lost the only meeting with her. And so Joo Hyun-Jung on target number 1, Tan Ya-Ting. And again, let's go back to the same point. I know we've repeated this over and over again. Nobody shooting on target number 2 today has won.
That's correct, but the wind has certainly died right off, and this might be the turning point for these matches.
Good start for Tan Ya-Ting of Taipei, who defeated Ada Roman in the quarterfinals, lost to Yoon Oh-ki in the semis in a shoot-off, and is here in the bronze medal match, where she now has a 1-point lead after the 9 by Joo Hyun-Jung of Korea.
So we're now into the set system, so 3 arrows per set.
And the winner of each set gets 2 points.
Exactly, so we're tied now with 1 arrow remaining.
And if it ends in a tie,
each archer will get 1 set point each. So Zhu now needs a 10 to close the match for this set.
Oh, instead it's a 7, and so the set actually goes to Tan Ya-Ting after that 7. Big opportunity for that young lady right there, as she scores 28 points in the opening set.
It's a really good start to have 2 set points in the bank going into the second set. She's only 19 with limited experience, but that'll give her confidence going into the next set.
Joo Hyun-Jung won her quarterfinal match, as we said, against Woo Hsian-hung, and then dropped a 7-3 decision to Deepika Kumari, whom we'll see once again in just a few moments. And right now she trails 2-0 in set play here in the women's bronze medal match. Tan Ya-Ting, winner of a team silver medal in Antalya and a mixed team gold medal in Shanghai last year, 2012, also took home a team bronze medal from Shanghai 2 years ago. So she has had success here on the River Boulevard, where Joo Hyun-Jung will shoot first here in the second set. Tan Ya-Ting leading 2-0 in the match.
Both archers scoring 9 for their first arrow.
Ms. Zhu with a 10. Been competing since 2008. Came to Shanghai unranked and finds herself in the bronze medal match. Tan Ya-Ting keeping pace.
Zhu's got an opportunity to close the match, close the set out with a 10.
Leaves the door open though.
So Tan now needs a 10 to tie the set.
But Tan with a 9, so 27 points. And the set goes to Joo Hyun-Jung, who picks up 2 points, and now we're tied up at 2 apiece.
Yeah, that's the the great thing about this set system, the match can go right down to the wire, and each archer needs to focus on each set individually. Any opportunity, you need to close the set out and get those set points early.
Actually, in retrospect, when you look back at this morning's team matches, maybe a set system might have been more advantageous, because in the cumulative scoring system, there was no way for some of those teams to try even start to catch up after they fell behind early on.
Yeah, exactly. And I believe World Archery is implementing the set system for future team events. So when we had the big victories, you know, with 15 points or more, using the set system, that'll no longer be a result. So it'll bring it right down to the final set and make it for more interesting viewing for the spectators.
Getting set for the third set right now. Tied at 2 apiece. Tan Ya-Ting of Taipei shooting first. Already has 1 medal in her pocket today. Looking for her second, but shoots an 8. That won't help.
Yeah, just on her release, just a little sloppy, resulting in the arrow going low. Again, the Korean archer not executing a perfect shot, but enough to get 9 points.
Bit better shot that time for Tan Ya-Ting. And an 8.
So scores are tied with 1 arrow remaining in this set.
Joo Hyun-Jung returning the favor. And Tan Ya-Ting takes advantage. Now the pressure squarely on the shoulders of the young Korean archer. Close, but not quite. And so that set goes to Tan Ya-Ting, who now goes up 4-2 in the match.
Yeah, that'll give her plenty of confidence. She can take this match if she executes 3 good shots in the next set.
First archer to score 6 set points wins the match. Tan Ya-Ting, 9th in London at the Olympics individually. Her team finished 5th. She's only 19 years old. And Chinese Taipei really putting on a performance this morning in the women's gold medal match. Women's team gold medal match, I should say. As you take a look at the score right here in set points, it's Tan Ya-Ting on top, 4-2 after the first 3 sets. And hoping to close it out in 4 sets. As the arrows are retrieved. And you see the placid waters of the Wengpu River alongside our venue here in Shanghai, in the heart of the financial district. And that shot's money.
Great shot there by the Korean archer. She really needs to start these sets strong with a 10. Put some pressure on the Chinese Taipei archer. She takes a 1-point lead in this 4th set.
Joo Hyun-Jung, obviously with an opportunity to tie this up and stay in the match, fires a 9, and a 10 would tie it up. Instead, Tan Ya-Ting 1 point behind, and Joo Hyun-Jung can close out this set. Instead, she leaves the door open.
That was a really lucky shot. You can see the expression on the Korean archer's face. She was surprised to release.
Ooh, a 9. So we're tied at 4 points apiece. Had Tan Ya-Ting shot a 10, she would have split the set points and taken a 5-2 lead. Instead, we're tied at 4 all, as it will go to 5 sets. And if they're tied after the 5 sets,
well, we get a 1 arrow shoot off, and the closest arrow to the middle will take the match.
Tan Ya-Ting inspecting her equipment. Something all the archers do, checking those arrows, checking the nocks, checking the fletching, making sure everything's all right. the last thing you want to have happen in a situation like this.
Certainly, going into the last set, you want to make sure all your equipment is spot on. You'd hate to have an equipment failure or an arrow failure and lose the match through a careless observation of your own equipment.
And we have seen it happen before. In fact, we've seen it here in this venue. So the fifth and possibly final set. Tan Ya-Ting to shoot first. Posts a 9. And a 10 for Joo Hyun-Jung.
Really good start. She held for a long time, which is unlike the Korean archers, but she was able to score a 10 on that arrow.
Great response. And the Korean answers. Down to the final arrow.
Really needs a 10.
Has to shoot a 10 and then has to hope for the best. Oh, it looks like it may be just out. It's an asterisk right besides that 9. But Joo Hyun-Jung can put it away. Oh, a 9. But that's enough to get it done. And Joo Hyun-Jung, we're going to have to wait and see, though, what that last shot for Tan Ya-Ting turns out to be.
That'll go down to the judge to adjudicate. They'll probably need to get their magnifying glass out to see if the arrow has, in fact, touched the line. If it has, in fact, touched the line, it would be awarded a 10, and then we will go to a 1-arrow shoot-off.
Right now, Tan Ya-Ting has her fingers crossed. As does Joo Hyun-Jung, but they're both hoping for something different.
Oh, exactly. And they've all got spotting scopes. However, to try and see if the arrow has touched the line from 70 meters away is very difficult. So both the archers and the coach still won't know until the judge has adjudicated.
Oh, it's on the line apparently. It looks like it's a 10. And it looks like we will have a shoot-off.
Well, the Taiwan archer gets a second chance. So it'll be 1 arrow, closest to the middle. Regardless of the score, if they're both 10s, it'll be the closest to the middle.
So a shoot-off, our second shoot-off this afternoon.
We revert back to the same shooting order as we begun the match.
We saw it in the mixed team gold medal match. Now we see it in the women's bronze medal match, and a little bit high for Tan Ya-Ting, and another chance here for the Korean to put it away in the shoot-off. Is it on the line?
It'll be enough. It's certainly closest.
It's closest, yeah, it is closest. It is closest to the center of the target, and that's all that counts. And so it goes to the shoot-off, and the shoot-off goes to the young lady from Korea, Joo Hyun-Jung, who in 2008 won a team gold medal at the Olympics in Beijing and 2 team gold medals on the World Cup circuit back in 2008. Here she is 5 years later in Shanghai, going to a shoot-off and winning the shoot-off against Tan Ya-Ting from Taipei. And you can see the relief etched all over her face, along with the elation as well as picking up this medal. And she just adds to the medal count for Korea here in Shanghai at stage 1. So an excellent match between Tan Ya-Ting and Joo Hyun-Jung. And Korea with yet another victory, but a great match. Decided with that final arrow. Both shooting 9s, but the Koreans was closest to the center of the target, and that's what counts.